In this lesson, you will learn how to use shapes to show fractions. Circles and other shapes can be divided to show parts of a whole, like halves or thirds. Now let's just talk about this circle that I've shown you here. This big circle represents one whole. But what I've done is I've divided it into 4 equal parts. Now, the term equal is very important to remember when you're trying to use a shape to show a fraction. If you want to show a fraction, you have to have equal parts. So this fraction here, or this circle, has been divided into 4 equal parts, which means each part represents 1/4, or 1/4. Now, since each area is showing the same fraction of the circle, that means when you have 4/4, or 4 of these sections, you have one whole. And I will fill in exactly what the whole represents. So now I've shaded in all 4 parts, and that it represents the whole circle, or 4/4. Now let's take a look at a problem together. Keith wants to divide a rectangle into thirds. Has Keith drawn the figure correctly? Now thirds in terms of fraction look like this. So each part would be 1/3, or 1 of 3 parts of the whole. The big outer rectangle here, this represents the whole. Now remember, I told you when you want to use a shape to show a fraction, what's really important is that the divisions you make, or the spaces you make inside the shape, are equal. Keith has not drawn this figure correctly, and the reason is this shape up here is larger than the other two. So this shape up here is not 1/3. What Keith would have to do is take a rectangle and divide it into 3 equal parts. Let me show you that figure. Here, the rectangle has been divided into 3 equal parts. Notice how each part is the same size as the other. So now, these parts all represent 1/3 of the total rectangle. So if you're just looking at this, then you have 1/3. If you're looking at both of these, you have 2/3. And lastly, if you're looking at all 3, you have 3/3, or the whole. Thanks for watching.